Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1816. Guys, you're following along on YouTube, jump on over to the WODdoc.com. Check out all the full-length videos that we house there. Today we're talking about is two different types of sit-ups. Bringing our legs in front of us, like that traditional position, like such. If I'm gonna go ahead and do a sit-up, come back up, okay? Versus what we think of as that CrossFit type sit-up. Legs come out into the butterfly position. We're gonna get in here and we're gonna come back up like such. If you do that just by yourself, we're just talking about the differences as to like why we want to do one versus the other. If you start in the very traditional type of sit-up position and we get here like this and we drive ourselves back up, what you're gonna notice is that we get a whole bunch of hip flexor activation, right? And in fact, as you start to crunch through here, no matter what, just naturally you're gonna start to get this burning into the anterior hip capsule here, okay? And that's because your hips do this, right? This is what your hips do, right? So if I'm gonna hold myself in a straightened position and I go ahead and I bring myself back up, that is essentially, if I hold my hips straight or my torso straight and do this, it's essentially the same thing, right? So now if I go ahead and I externally rotate my my hips and I leave them into this, almost this butterfly type position, what I'm basically doing is putting them at a mechanical disadvantage to help me with that sit-up position, okay? So I can still do it, okay? But I'm gonna get much more of that torso activation, much less of that hip flexor activation. And if you don't believe it, just try it, right? Do 25 sit-ups with your feet like this, and then do 25 sit-ups with your feet in a position that looks like this, right? You're not going to get as much because that external rotation of the hip and the slacking of the anterior hip flexors by bringing your hip already into a whole bunch of flexion. So that flexion combined with external rotation kind of brings it out of the equation a little bit. So if you're looking to get a little bit more activation, a little bit more burn of the tummy, okay, that's a possible situation. If you're just going for general overall fitness, do the traditional ones that we learned in high school gym class. Just keep in mind that when you start to get that anterior hip burning, that is what it's from, right? Additional hip flexion, okay? Questions, comments, post them below, guys. Otherwise, we're here each and every day optimizing function to optimize performance.